We're still listening to the audio for my custody trial, and it's already been kind of a shit show. This is for the purpose of writing my appeal, so these are the questions that I am presenting to the appellate judges. Pause if you need a moment to read them. Pause here to read the evidence of harm that's already been presented against me in this trial, and pause here to see all of the similar type of things that didn't play well in Dad's favor so far. And none of that actually matters because in Oregon law, the lifestyle, environment, marital status, income, etc. does not matter for either party unless it is first shown that any of these factors actually cause harm.
That's not really relevant for me about being a good human being or not.
Okay.
I've read that Adolf Hitler loved his kids. I wouldn't want him for a neighbor,
Yeah.
but I'm sure his kids didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Do they have anything to add about why Ashlyn should live with you as opposed to with mom?
Just what I've told them, I guess. So, same issue.
Okay. Are you currently employed, sir?
Yes, sir.
What are your hours and how much do you make per month? All right. How long have you worked there?
Since February of 2023, I think it is. Yes. Yeah.
All right, but you work 7 to 3:30 every single day.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Unless I have to work overtime, which, because I'm a truck driver, so depending on if, I know on my late days, Tuesdays is usually my latest day, or 3:30 and 5, I guess, depending on when I get back.
Okay. But Ashlyn's 6. How would you get her to school if she was living with you, based on those hours?
I have a daycare provider right now. I think is her last name, but I know she can commute her to school.
So you're gonna have somebody drive her to school?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Because school starts after you go to work.
Yes, sir.
All
Yep.
right. And what about after school?
I think she could be able to pick her up too.
Okay. But you've already made arrangements with this other woman to at least bridge that gap between when you have to leave for work to make sure that Ashlyn would get to the elementary school.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, it's hearsay.
No, it's not. It's just him telling me what his plan are. If
Thank you.
he would be granted custody. Anything further you want to address to try to convince me why Ashlyn should live with you? Facts, not argument, just facts.
I just have other text messages when she dropped her off when she had a flat tire, I guess, at my house
What was that?
for a period of time because she was struggling because she had 2 flat tires and had to get her car fixed.
How long was that, sir?
How,
Yeah, when was that? Last
uh,
week, last year?
this summer?
He truly hates helping me with things so much that it's like he couldn't wait to get to court to tell the judge that I needed to ask him for help for one thing one time.
You want to pass on this court here for what it's worth? Which one of those neighbors were you going to call to testify? Both of them or just one?
I think there's a conversation of multiple days on July 14th.
No, I'm asking about the neighbors that you called to testify. They came up from Eugene, I trust, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Which one were you planning on calling to testify?
Probably she's my neighbor. I'm not sure what her last name is.
Any objection to those text messages?
No objections to these messages.
Are you neighbor?
Yes,
How long has he been your neighbor?
for approximately 2 years.
Okay. And describe it's like right next door. Like when you say neighbor, people have different ideas of neighbor. Across the apartment complex or right next
No,
door.
he's like, there's just one apartment between us, so
So-
I'm just 1 door, 2 doors down.
Okay. Are you able to hear when coming and going, or it's too far away for you to hear?
Oh, no, I see him almost every day. He is right on time. He comes home from work. I've never seen him go out of an evening. He's a father all the time. Everything about Mike is for his kids. I don't see him. He did leave a statement. I never see him party. I never have seen him drink or smoke. He is a wonderful neighbor to have.
Have you ever seen the police call to his apartment?
No,
And you said you don't see him go out, so you haven't heard him come in late at night, or
No.
like, have you had the opportunity to meet his son?
yes, yes. So we think a lot of him, and he's very steady.
When you say he, you're talking about his son. Who are we talking about now?
Oh, his son.
Okay.
Yeah, he is just very committed and very focused on his children. That's what he cares about. That's what he, honors. He's very responsible. Like I said, love having him as a neighbor.
Okay.
And because I have trouble doing things, he will always say, can I help you? Can I do that for you?
What are some of the things he's helped you out with?
Oh, it could be groceries. It could be me trying to get into the door. It could be getting me to my apartment.
I was sitting in trial so confused at this point. I'm like, what is she even talking about? How is this relevant to if there's harm to my child or not, if custody should be changed? I'm just thinking he's letting him use up his 45 minutes to talk. At this point, I'm thinking I'm going to get full custody, have joint custody, and we could have just kept joint custody. I was offering a lot more parenting time than what the judge was going to give him. So I'm thinking, like, I got this in the bag. This guy has absolutely nothing worth changing custody over. This lady is on the stand talking about nothing that is relevant to a change in custody.
Any questions in mind of Ms.
No, sir, no.
Ms. Do you have any questions of Ms.?
No, I don't.
All right.
So I hope that I've been clear
Yes.
about, how he takes care of his daughter. He always is making sure that she's fed and put to bed on time. And,
You've got a document, sorry. Is
Yes.
this from Department of Human Services?
I don't have.
Or is that just
She wrote a little statement that
I
she
wrote
gave
it.
me.
oh, okay.
I wrote a
If you want that.
statement
Yeah.
basically saying the same thing, so I have great respect for
Thank you.
Michael.
And take your time.
Okay.
Remember, there's a step down there.
Yeah.
Any other evidence to present, Mr. Cole?
And then I guess I have another text message from June 1st of this summer.
Any objection to that series of text messages, or you haven't got all of it?
I have no objection.
All right. 106 is received.
And I guess you didn't want any more information about her relocating, because she relocated again 2 Grants Pass just recently.
So, based on your text exchange, how many times has she relocated?
That was the first one where she was leaving the area of Albany.
Right.
And this is another time on August 19th, when she was finally relocating to where she is currently.
Anything further from you, Mr.? Anything for evidence for you to present?
Just that. And then just more text messages of us trying to come up with a parenting plan there.
Yep, that's all right. That's not admissible, not because it's not important, but because any settlement negotiations aren't admissible. It's the idea is to encourage people to discuss things rather than being held to it. You offered me every single Friday, and now, so. All right, Ms. Gross, you intend on testifying? Please stand, raise your right hand, this one.
So this is the part where I start testifying, and I know that you guys want to think that I forgot to say something important, that I didn't address something that I needed to address, but everything was covered. The judge kept asking me if I had evidence, but the burden of proof was on the dad in this case. So that did not make any sense to me, and I was not rebuttaling anything that he said because he was actually not showing any proof of harm on my end. In Oregon, when parents have agreed to joint custody, the court may not overrule that agreement by ordering sole custody to one parent, which is exactly what happened in my case. Modification of joint custody orders shall require showing a change in circumstance and a showing that the modification is in the best interest of the child, such as would support modification of sole custody order. Inability or unwillingness to continue to cooperate shall constitute a change of custody circumstance sufficient to modifying a joint custody order. There was no unwillingness to cooperate in my situation. I was never in violation of the custody agreement. In fact, that's exactly what he's been doing.
I've already provided Mr. Crozier with my exhibits. If he could just look through those for a minute and see if he has any objections to them.
Yeah.
My exhibit A is the parenting plan. I actually had submitted on Wednesday a amended response with the court. Originally, I thought this was going to go to mediation first, so my initial response was pretty generic. So I wanted something a little bit more thorough in the best interest of Ashlyn. So that is my first exhibit, is the proposed parenting plan.
And I'm less concerned about about the pleadings. The pleadings state the issues, which is important, but what more important is once you have a controversy, the facts to help me decide how to rule in that controversy. So I'm not concerned that it was just a generic response. So give me some facts.
Great. And then, the exhibit B is just our child support calculation. And then do you have any objections to the rest of the exhibits?
The question was for you.
Yeah, I haven't really looked.
Take a look.
I think these are the same ones I submitted.
They are not. They are partly a bit more thorough, including both sides of the conversation.
All right, aside from your proposed parenting plan and what your proposed calculations, give me some facts.
There are definitely many facts of this case that are missing. I would like to give it as a testimony presentation. So Ashlyn is my 5th child, so just to tell you a little bit about me and her. She has 4 siblings that, at one point during her childhood have resided with me: a 23-year-old sister, a 22-year-old brother, an 18-year-old brother, and a 12-year-old brother who... Dante, yep. That's the one that lives with me in the camping trailer with Ashlyn. For the past 6 years, I've been the one managing all of Ashlyn's care, therapy appointments, school, and daily needs. Mr. Crozier has primarily been doing weekend visits with Ashlyn every weekend except the second weekend of the month. I did create the proposed parenting plan because if you do come to a situation where you do believe parenting time should be changed, I definitely don't think Mr. Crozier's parenting plan suggestion is going to work for Ashlyn's needs.